Good morning, good morning. Good morning, IG. I just wanted to stop by and chat for a few. I am Rob the Barber from Washington, D.C., the outskirts of Washington, D.C. I cut hair and have a shop in Accokeek, Maryland. Yeah. And I was just, Sonny Bolo. What's good with it? I was going live to this morning, man, to talk about this industry I'm in, this barber industry I'm in. How you doing, Sonny? Yeah. We just popping up, get ready to do the schedule today, Get ready to do the schedule today. See if anybody come in here real quick. And I won't stay long, but if I don't get a few little traction, if the no traction comes in, I'll wrap it up. Just make a video about it. But what I'm seeing online is a lot of barbers that talk about their business and that have a seemingly a deflection on what this business is because they're younger and just kind of getting started in their careers, 5, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. They refer to me as old head, old ass nigga, shit like that, right? When I go look at that shit, yeah, I'm 55 and been in the game a long time, but these niggas look older than me. And they trying to, trying to guide you about barbering. I just have a experience this past day or two where a young man says, I took line shape-ups off of my menu. And I say, well, I comment and say, well, you shouldn't allow the customer to push you off of your business and change your platform. You should stick to it. Stick to your business. Remain steadfast, and just since you have an appointment, an online appointment service, and you can book through your online app, there should be time delegations attached to your menu items. Like if you have a shape up, it should be a 15-minute. If you have a haircut, it should be a 25, 30-minute, whatever, but delegated. So if they choose shape up and come in and ask for a little tape, a big tape, and you have an issue with saying you booked the shape up, and that's just an outline. And there's no more discussion after that. If it's okay, if they want a haircut after that, you say, okay, that's fine, that'll be a haircut. And you do a haircut. But you're not standing on business what I claim as standing on business. You're not standing on business by taking the service off of your service menu. I'm just an older barber, yes, I am. And that means I have a lot of experience, right? And I've been to places and been in this business long enough to guide, teach, instruct, right? Because I personally feel and know what my numbers look like. Right? I know what my numbers look like. I know what I drive. I know this shop that I have, and I have it by myself as a barber. I don't have to work in anyone's shop. I don't have to have barbers in here paying me booth rent. And I still economically, financially set a bar that as barbers, most barbers, 95% of barbers aren't seeing. This is top level barbering, and when you get information or feedback from an experienced senior barber, you should take it. You should at least be open to take it, and don't come with insults. Don't come with, I don't know what it is, but for some reason they think that referring to a man as old is an insult. What do you want to die young? Little nigga, what do you think that's an accomplishment, to die young or something? I made it, nigga. I'm 55. If you knew my story, my life story, that involves these streets, penitentiaries, a lot of fucking crack and guns, nigga. You understand what I've come through in holding on to barbering the whole while to reach the, you know, the point in my life where I'm at. And if I have some input, don't think because you have a platform and followers that has made you the omnipotent, the all-knowing, the all-being, but you only been cutting hair 10 years, 15 years, whatever that is, whatever your number is. I'm telling you, standing on business means you don't compromise your menu, you don't compromise the integrity of your services, right? You be polite and you say, I'm sorry, that's a shape up. And for the record, man, for years, I know this was a hill I used to die on as a barber for years, that y'all country jokers done found a way to force the word tape. All I need is a little tape, a big tape. First of all, there's no such description in the barber dictionary. The word is taper, okay? And when you have it here, it's a temple taper. It is a temple taper, aka temp. Okay? Y'all took a tape up. Y'all call it, just take me up. It's not tape up. It is shape up. Y'all kind of came in and took the vocabulary and turned it and switched it. Now you're experts at an industry that when you were a thought in your dad's nuts that I was having that razor on jokers' heads getting to it in the penitentiary. Try to understand and remember, we as barbers, right, provide a service and a stability in your community. I'm not talking about hair shows. I'm not talking about events that you go to outside of your shop. I'm talking about the services you provide in your barbershop that benefit the community, that your barbershop services. The way you benefit your community is being stable, being clear, being concise, being consistent, and above all, being just a quality individual that doesn't get offended when a customer asks for a little more this or a little more, little taper here or a little fade here, whatever. You just have the confidence and the courage to say what your business model is, and then you execute it, and then you charge for that said service, right? But when you put yourself online and you make statements and comments about, your business, you leave yourself open to people that want to comment and make a comment. So I make comments. And when I make comments, because I'm not Instagram famous, because I'm not in the hair shows, although a bit of history lesson for me, I got my first barber license, apprenticeship license, in 1991. I was a barber apprentice to one of the most regarded, revered barbers in the Southern Maryland area, and that's Ron Moreland. He was my master barber. That's 91. Unfortunately, I didn't finish that apprenticeship till years later because I started moving around, right? But I stayed consistent. I stayed hard at it, and eventually got my apprenticeship license like twice and had to write a hardship letter of why it defaulted the first time. So I've been through a great deal trying to achieve just obtaining a credential for this field, for the barbering industry. And I've worked in over 45, 50 barbershops and hair salons in the DMV area, right? And I've worked in Arizona. I have an Arizona license, state license. I have a California state barber license. I was 2008 hired as a Maryland state inspector for the barber and cosmetology world. So I have a barber license in Maryland, Arizona, and California. okay? And I've been on stage in Las Vegas. I've been on stage in Arizona, and I've won trophies doing this work. Good morning, sir. No, you're all right. If you want to be behind me, I am recording now. I've won awards, Best Barber in Phoenix, Arizona, Battle of the Champions in Las Vegas, Nevada, where I'm from out of town. I'm a barber from Maryland, D.C., coming into Phoenix, Arizona, doing barber battles with the best that they have. And I won everything I did. I got first place in every competition I participated in. 4 different trophies came with me, right? So that would make me now award-winning barber, right? And my license, like I say, I obtained in Arizona, did reciprocity, got it transferred to California, and did reciprocity and got it transferred to Maryland. So I left Maryland with an expired apprentice license years ago and obtained my credentials through those travels, 2015. And now I'm back home in Maryland, Accokeek, Maryland, at the barber spa this morning, where I'm about to start my day. But I just thought I'd list a little bit of my background and credentials to say that I've sat in these barber chairs over the years all day with no haircuts, day after day, one haircut. And as an adult man, it plays on your psyche because you're like 8 hours and all I made was $25, $30. So you get a little flustered behind something like that, right? But when you stay the course and you lock in and you pour into it instead of walking away from it, you know, a payout can come for you. Your consistency, your I'm gonna say longevity as a barber. So if I got my first license in 91, it's 2025. You do the math. I've done other things in my life. I'm not just a barber. I'm also a barber. I do other things in my life. So you can do the math. And if it chalks up to being, I have some cachet in the barber industry, I think I have some cachet. I'm what you call the blueprint, right? The blueprint. Who's doing it like this? Let me show you my shop real quick before I get started. Okay. I got a whole nother side over there with 3 chairs over there, a massage chair. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is what's going on. This is my life. I've had this shop for 6 years. Okay. And no beating on the chest, young barbers and young men out there. But for the past 4 years, I've made upwards of $130,000 a year, right? Now, like I said, it ain't a brag. It's just the reality. That's my reality, and I pay a lot of taxes on that money. And that allows me to be a leader in this industry because I make that money on appointments only. No walk-ins, no booth rent from any other barber. But I'm north of $100,000 a year as a barber. These are your goals, young fellas. These are your goals. I'm Rob the Barber. It was nice talking to you.